What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today I'm back to talk about Warhammer 40K, and more specifically, Warhammer 30K, the Horus Heresy, because we have some pretty huge reveals that will be shaking up things for sure. So, if you guys aren't aware, let's take a look at this trailer to see what exactly is going on with the Primarchs.
Horus is the first and favoured son of the Emperor. He's one of 18 demigods that were created to conquer the galaxy in the name of mankind. He embodied all of the best qualities that the Emperor himself had. He was an incredibly charismatic individual. He was a military genius, highly competent. The hosts of mankind would follow him literally into the gates of hell. He was put in charge of all of those armies when the Emperor retreated to Terra to undertake his own great work. The fates rested too heavily on his shoulders. The ruinous powers, the forces of chaos, looked upon this individual and they said, this is our opportunity, this is the weapon, this is the tool that we can use against the Emperor. And at the planet Davin, the War Master was injured and he was taken to the Davinite lodges, the temples, in order to be healed by the Davinite lodge priests. And it was during that ritual healing that chaos started to worm its way into his soul. He appeared to be the same, only he'd switched sides. He'd led this great rebellion against the Emperor. And then we get to a point 3 years into the heresy where Horus undergoes a transformation and experiences a literal and metaphorical period in the underworld. When he comes back, he's ascended. He's essentially the same model, the same design, the same character, but every single point of him has been rendered in a way that makes it look like he is swollen with the powers of chaos. It's bigger, it's darker, it's more powerful, it's more evil. There's a narrative, there's a story that is moving onwards towards its final destination, which happens at the Siege of Terra. Horus Ascended is the ultimate power-up for your army. He takes everything that's great about your army and magnifies it. It makes it more spectacular in battle, it makes it braver, it makes it more, frankly, demonic. It powers up everything about your army and it forms the ultimate centerpiece. Horus isn't the only Primarch to have ascended, and there's definitely scope for other Primarchs to go through a similar process, and maybe there's more models in the future that will do the same thing.
So yes, you are correct in assuming that we are getting a revamp / new sculpt for all 18 Primarchs, which is pretty big because in, a year or two ago, we finally got the last sculpt for the final Horus Heresy Primarch, and we thought, that's it, we're done. The only way to see these Primarchs get a new sculpt is in Warhammer 40K, and slowly but surely we've been getting Primarchs for 40K, such as Guilliman, Magnus, Mortarion, and the recently revealed Angron. But as we all know, these Primarchs are, besides Guilliman, they're demons, and we won't be able to see that transition period between Primarch in the Horus Heresy to Demon Primarch. However, that will no longer be the case as we have Ascended Primarchs to join the ranks. So what is an Ascended Primarch? Well, basically, it's a newer sculpt depicting the Primarchs in a different stage of the heresy. Though as we all know, Horus wasn't always chaotically corrupted. Horus was, the Emperor's favorite. He was the War Master. He did a bunch of things to push the goal, the dream, the unification of humanity towards fruition. And if you guys want more lore, more information as to how Horus was doing this and his downfall, you guys should definitely try out Audible. That's right, guys, here at One Mind Syndicate, we are sponsored by Audible to bring you guys a whole month to try out the audiobook service. But audiobooks are not it. You can also see Audible exclusives, podcasts. You guys can try it out for free with our link in the description down below. It's a whole month for free. You get a token to check out anything you want on the app, and it's really great to start off the Horus Heresy. My recommendation is starting at Horus Rising to see who Horus was before his descent to chaos. But with that sponsorship out of the way, let's continue on with this video. So we get a brand spanking new resin model of Horus as he's become corrupted by the ruinous powers of chaos. But we have Horus at home, we don't need a new sculpt. Look at Horus at home. Now look at the Horus we all want to be. Clearly a huge difference. This Horus is more imposing, just the way that the model is sculpted, his position. I mean, look at the base. It's just littered with skulls, skeletons, bones, power armor of the fallen, and he just looks imposing. Clearly, this is Horus ascended. He is no longer the Horus from the past. He is mightier and he is stronger. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the Primarchs? Will we be getting ascended models for everybody? My guess is yes. Well, perhaps maybe not one Primarch. Sorry, Ferrus Manus, but you never ascended. You were killed. But I do see two particular Primarchs getting this treatment, and the first one, which is a 100% guarantee, and that is Lorgar. So Lorgar is the Primarch of the Word Bearers, and he was all about religion, preaching the Lectitio Divinatis as the Emperor being a god, and you could say that the whole heresy started at the Word Bearers, Lorgar, Erebus, and the spread of chaos exactly through like the lodges and whatnot. Check out Audible for more information on that. Or you can check out my reviews. I have been reviewing the Horus Heresy, and I will be putting out the review for the second book pretty soon, so stay subscribed for that. But going back to Lorgar, yes, Lorgar was kind of a pushover. His model isn't that imposing. The armor's pretty cool and all that, but it's just a basic, Primarch model. However, as the heresy, rolled out and chaos corrupted Lorgar more and more and more, he became imposing. He became a threat. He became a problem. And because of that, hopefully we get to see a demon Lorgar in the heresy, but not so demon that he's like... So for example, look at Mortarion. Mortarion, from Horus Heresy to Mortarion and 40K is a huge difference. You almost cannot tell the two were once one and the same. So I feel like Lorgar will be getting a demon Primarch in the 40K era, but there's got to be a transition between regular Lorgar to demon apotheosis Lorgar, and I think that's the ascended Lorgar we will be getting soon. Same thing with Magnus the Red. With this one, we have Magnus demified in 40K, which looks amazing, and we have Magnus in 30K, which also looks pretty amazing, but again, we need an ascended model, a model more akin to the way he's acting in the heresy, and just more like giant and cyclopean. Not to say that the model we have for the Horus Heresy is bad, but it's nowhere near as chaotic as we could have gotten. So to see what GW sculptors can do, I'm really excited, because obviously the Horus model before wasn't bad at all. It was pretty cool. The sculpt was pretty dynamic, but I mean, comparing that to this, it just blows it out the water. So ascended Primarchs is going to be something that I'm going to be looking forward to, and let me know what you guys think. Is this just a tactic by GW to sell more Primarchs? Because I mean, Primarchs, they're pretty awesome, they're pretty popular, and people do go head over heels for anything Primarch related, and to have another sculpt, kind of an in-between sculpt between 30K and 40K, would be pretty cool to see. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what other ascended Primarchs you want to see, because when it comes to the loyalists, I mean, yeah, they need it. I mean, Guilliman's sculpt for 40K is alright, and his 30K sculpt is pretty crappy, but to see a ascended Guilliman would be pretty nice as well. So let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll keep the conversation going in the comments. And again, guys, don't forget, check out that Audible free trial. Description is down below. And if you guys want more things Warhammer 40K related, we do have supplements in the form of social media. So hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate. See you later.